I ain't your average gardener. I do the real deal shit. I do the real deal shit. I do the real deal shit.
House of Healing LLC is back, my people, and Big Brother Native A is dropping jewels from the ancestors into the earth once again. Put some respect on his name as he teaches us how to bring a dead tree back to life using fish as compost. Check it out.
I gotta clean these roots. I'm about to chop this fish. I'm gonna take this fish and chop this fish up real quick. Your tree eats fish. Sometimes when y'all think y'all's trees are dying, they go into a dormancy because it's winter time right now. So in Florida, we still have a winter time, but it's not snowing, it's just kind of cold. So these tropical trees, they go into a dormancy. And what it looks like, all the leaves will drop and fall. So it gets a little weak. And what we got to do, we got to clean up the roots. So we're going to tap into the intelligence of the soil. And we're going to start, I'm going to show y'all the soil that I use. And we're going to put a little bit of fish in there. All right. So I'm going to step out this shade and I'm going to get up in the sun. So right now it looks a little dark, but we're going to get up in the sunlight. So watch. All right, so now you see that it's kind of bright. So that's why I got this hat on. So we got the sun right there. Boom. So yeah, man, this is what we're supposed to do on Sundays or whatever. So this is what we're about to do. So, come on, follow me. Let's go over here. So I should turn this around to show y'all how the papaya is looking because the second hurricane, I got to put this right here. The second hurricane tore down my papaya tree because it was top heavy. So I'm gonna probably reverse this camera around and I'm gonna show y'all how the papaya tree doing. Okay, bam. So you can see right there, the papaya tree is getting pretty big. Um, this papaya tree, you can see right there, I have been tampering with the soil. Um, the papaya leaves are looking very beneficial. Um, Everything's still looking green. Everybody knows when I start teaching is that the number thing you want to see is these flowers. So once we see these flowers, as Unravel would say, damn, I see flowers. So we have one, two, three, let's see, four, maybe five. So these are papayas. So these are going to turn into papayas. It's looking very good. What's up? What's up, Mo? Yeah, man, you know Sundays, Mo, we be getting it in. Um, every Sunday we're going to try to show the garden and how good it's getting. Look at my banana tree. Look at the banana tree right there. It's catching up with the tree right here, which is called mango. That's a mango tree. Mango tree. My banana tree is almost tall as mango trees. So through the hurricane, I lost my papaya tree. It was one of the best trees out here. So we see that I have fed the soil. I cleaned up the roots, and it's just taking off. So we're gonna put the knife right here on my neck, and we're gonna walk over here, and we're gonna try to not try to save this tree, but we're gonna go cut up this fish real quick. Your trees and your plants eat meat. Always remember, your trees eat meat. All right, the trees eat meat. So here we go. Let's turn this camera around. All right, so what we have right here, we have a fish. All right, straight out the fresh water. All right, so we got the eyes going on here. We got the mouth. So we about to get dirty. We're about to get up in here and get up in the guts. I already have got it cut it open. So we're gonna go ahead and start cutting this open. I want every piece. All right. So we're not gonna take this piece right here. I don't really need this right here. So let's go ahead. Let's get this prepared up. So we're about to feed now. Look at this tree. So this tree, all these ones are nice and green, nice and green, nice and green, nice and green, all the way around. But when you get over here, you see the leaves have dropped. All right. So Nine Ether just texted me. He said he about to come through. I think my dude Big Trig about to come through. So I have been hearing somebody say Native don't teach on. They didn't know I was on my other account. They said Native don't be teaching people how to bring a tree back to life. I said, man, y'all got me messed up. So let's look and see if the tree is still surviving. So what you're gonna look for is these little pieces right here. Right here my thumb at. You see them little pieces? There's multiple of them little pieces. Them are the leaves that's coming in. So what you're seeing is the little leaves right there. So that was a sign to let me know everything's doing good. So now it's time to give it some energy, energy. So we see that the little leaves are coming in right there. Bam. So this is a soursop tree. So look at the leaves right here. So it looks a mess. So we have velvet. That's called velvet. This is black cow velvet. So I stepped it up. I always talk about black cow, but I went up a little bit more from a black cow. So I went to go get the velvet. So that's like a worm casting. So that's going to make the worms come. Now over here, we have some minerals and properties right here that this tree needs. Always remember when you got your chickens, the chickens can bring calcium and nitrogen. This is high in nitrogen too. Okay, so we're going to cut this up. We might punch on it a little bit, get it all mushy, and we're going to feed it here. So what the title means is that we got to clean up the roots. All right, so we're going to clean the root system up. I'm going to put this right here so I can get on my knees. All right, so we got the work boots on. So what you got to do is you're going to get all this stuff out. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this camera right here, and I'm going to so y'all can see how to bring a tree back out of dormancy. All right, so it's a little chilly out here, but we're gonna make it pop. So I'm using this right here. All right, so I'm gonna clean this up. I will use my hand, but I'm gonna speed this process up. So we're gonna tilt the soil, and I'm gonna show y'all what I'm gonna do with this fish. All right, that's perfect. All right, I'm done already. Just breaking up the ground. So it's called exposing the roots. Is that over there? So we're just gonna expose these roots real quick. We're gonna get inside the gut. All right. So you're trying to expose the root system, y'all. Expose the roots. So let me get this a little closer. Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna put the fish right here in the corner. No, we're not gonna use the fish yet because I don't want to get dirt all on the fish yet. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with this fish. Okay, so he is open. We got the eyes. The eyes are out. All right, so we're gonna get this fish inside the soil. Okay. So what first I got to do is I got to expose the root system. Okay. Don't get it confused with the grass. So you want to be kind of gentle. Massage your way up in there. Okay. Massage yourself up in there because you don't want to mess up the little small ones at the top. So you're going to sweep. There we go. So I'm starting to see some roots. I'm going to put the camera near it. All right, so you just want to massage yourself up in there, start feeling for them, and you're trying not to break them. All right. So you clean. This is called clean your roots. So we're getting the bad soil off of it. This soil is not bringing no nutritional, no value, no properties. There's nothing in the soil. It's trash. But we can take that soil and we can add to it. But I have new soil, so we're trying to get rid of this soil. Okay. So all we're doing is getting all the bad soil that's not doing anything. You don't want to put cologne when y'all be like trying to get dressed up. A nigga might be funky and they be like, man, you spraying cologne over funk. I don't want to put brand new soil on top of old soil. You see what I mean now? So it's like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. You don't want to put cologne on top of funk. So I don't want to put new soil on top of this. So all I'm doing is massaging through here. and I'm trying to expose the root system. And I hope y'all can hear me clear. All right. At the end of the day, I have to do this, and I'm just trying to show y'all. Expose y'all's roots. Get back to your roots. All right, so now that your roots are starting to get exposed to sunlight, you don't want to be out in the sun all day. You know, get straight to it. Don't have your root system out. I'm trying to find a real nice, fat, chubby root. Because once I get that fat, chubby root, I'm putting that fish right on top of it. And then what's going to happen is the soil has an intelligence inside of it that the earthworms are going to come and start eating up on all this stuff, and it's going to start pooping it out. All right? Just like a cow chewing the cud. The earthworms will go up in this soil, and it's going to break that fish down, and it's going to turn that fish into a better compost. Because right now I'm starting to see my earthworms. So I'm trying not to kill my earthworms. All right? Get up in there and massage that shit. Get some of that stuff out of here. Gotta get it out of here. Okay? Okay. All right. Very beautiful. Now you see there's a root system. All the roots are exposed. You don't want to break them. Now they was crammed up. All right, so now they're going to be able to stretch out. So we have a nice little root system that's exposed. All you're doing, you see this nice little root? So I was going like up in the corner and trying to get up under this root right here. You see that beautiful root? And I'm just trying to follow it. All right, I'm trying to follow it to the tip. I'm following that big root all the way to the tip. Almost there. Keep going. And I'm not trying to break the balance. You don't want to break the balance, but there's bigger roots. But these nervous systems right here, these roots, they're going to start feeding on our fish. All right, so let's start busting our fish down. You don't want to spray with water. We'll do the water later. So let's get up. Now, you see what it looks like. So we have here, it's called black velvet. Okay, so we got some black velvet right here. This is my shit right here. All right, so it's nice and silky. All right, so we're not going to pour that yet. Let's go ahead and cut this fish open, everybody. All right, man. Now y'all seeing that I ain't your average gardener. I do the real deal shit, all right? We do the real deal stuff. So when you out here trying to really get this shit popping, and you want your trees to really grow and look beautiful, there's a reason why my stuff is still doing good, all right? So we already know that this thing is nice and skinned up, all right? My knife is well sharpened. That is good right there. Look at that. All right, look at that. Boom. All right, perfect. All right, so what we're going to do, you definitely want to get all this stuff moved up and chunked up around. Now, some people can put in blenders, all right? This is going to help out the earthworm. So we're going to set this one. I'm gonna set this one to the side. Okay, we're gonna set this one to the side. So let's start getting this one together. All right. So fish is another tactic to bring your trees back to life. Okay, when your trees is very weak, a lot of people depend on neem oil and all these other things that most people talk about, but people are not talking about adding fish to your plants, and they don't understand that. See, the cow chews the cud, he chews grass. All right, grass is high in nitrogen, but there's seabirds that eat fish, and when they eat fish, they poop a compost out or manure that the people call guano. All right, so I'm skipping the whole process of allowing the bird to take it in, and I'm going straight to the actual fish myself. All right, so we're just getting it all together, and you see right there, we're getting there. All right, so yeah, looking nice and good, y'all. Laying it up. What I should do, I'm trying not to cut this wood. So yeah, look at this, y'all. Nice and beautiful. Look at that. All right, so it's nice and beautiful. Yes. Mix this up with the soil. Yeah, man. All right. So we're going to get this head together. We're going to cut this head open. All right. I want all of it. I want it all. I want the whole fish. Okay, everybody. There we is. We have it. I sped the process up. Now the earthworms can do their jobs. So here's the second fish. Okay. Here's the second fish. Let's get up. All right. Whew, my back hurt. So we're gonna get some of this right here. That looks good, man. It looked nasty at first to a lot of people, but once you finally get it together, you'll see. All right. So if I was ever in the woods with y'all in the jungle, you know I got y'all. I got y'all. You know nobody's gonna starve when you fucking with me. All right. I'm gonna get down with the get down. When it comes down to the come down, if it ever has to come to animals, whatever, we can teach people how to really skin them, how to pluck the feathers off the chickens. What do you don't need? You know what I mean? I could use that, but something about it I don't want. All right, so nice pieces of meat right here. All right, so let's take some of this. All right, looking like tuna fish, and let's give it to the earth. All right, here we go. Honestly, man, I need to really stretch my back, man. I'm trying to bend down on this camera. All right, here we go. So this is what it looks like. Okay, and it's like I got like some type of oil that I love that I'm trying to put in here, you know. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right, let's put this fish right here. Now you can tell that it's kind of cold because there's no flies around. Okay. My favorite thing in life is a knife. I own multiple knives. Give me a knife, and I can save your life. Give me a gun, it ain't much I can do with. I own guns, but a real true warrior keeps a knife on him. It's not always about a gun. I could do more with a knife. See, a gun could not break this a piece. A gun would not be able to do nothing right here. So it's always keep a knife, a good survival knife on y'all. So we're gonna chop this up a little bit. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this around the root system. Okay. So now we got the fish all up in there. Then we're gonna take the compost and we're gonna put on top of the fish. Now what's gonna happen? All that's gonna happen is the leaves is gonna take off and they're gonna look very beautiful. All right, so I'm about to put the camera back on here. Watch me do my thing. I have to do this, y'all. So let me wipe my hands off. All right, right here. This is the to take a commercial break. Everybody remembers this right here, the dragon fruit. If you're paying attention, unraveler, come to the phone. If you was doing anything, look at the dragon fruit. Remember how little this piece was? Look at the new piece that's growing up here. So look at that new piece. All right. Look at the new pieces that's coming off of it. So the fruit is going to start hanging off of these here soon. So this is about to curve out too. All right. So yeah, it's getting there. All right. Yeah, that's crazy. That new piece. Pay attention to this. Every time I go live Sunday, that new piece is going to get higher and higher and higher. And then I'm going to put a crown on top of here. All right. Always look for my crown. It's going to be a beautiful crown and some type of crystal quartz ruby right here. It's going to be sweet. So this is what Yisrael bought me. Yisrael bought me this yesterday with the hard work they've been doing, him and Unraveler on the website. But here we go, y'all. The brother Yisrael and the Unraveler, they're working hard, you know, making good income off of our website, off the website that Unraveler put together, the House of Healing. And he got me a few dollars. And he said, go buy that miracle fruit. So I bought the miracle fruit, take a screenshot. So this miracle fruit, I like to give y'all the price. It costs around $50. So this is for chemotherapy. All right. So this gets a lot of people's attention when I say chemotherapy.
The secret to miracle fruit is that it contains a glycoprotein called miraculin. Miraculin is a protein with sugar molecules attached to amino acids. When you eat it, it binds itself to the taste receptors near the sweet receptor sites inside your mouth. And for up to 30 minutes, it'll change the sour or acidic flavor of lemons, mustard, pickles, or the metallic flavor of chemotherapy to something much sweeter.
So where are the berries located on here? They're actually coming in. It's in season. So I'm going to show y'all that the berries, if I remember calling, all right, here they go. So they're right there. Them are the berries getting ready to come in. So soon, y'all going to see red berries on here. So this is called a chemotherapy. It's more than just chemotherapy, but this is a chemotherapy fruit tree. Take your screenshot. It's called miracle fruit. All right. So you want to type in the benefits of what miracle fruit can do for chemotherapy, because a lot of people get that bad taste, so they lose their type of taste or sense of taste. So I will be planting that soon. That's just a little commercial break. All right, perfect. So it's going to be red berries. You see how it looks red right there? So it's going to be red berries growing from there, and we're going to have the children eat it. I'm going to show you that the kids eat it. So back to this beautiful thing. So, all right. So we're going to put the camera, and just imagine that we are out somewhere. The government went into a blackout. You know, we had to survive out here, and, you know, I got my knife next to my boot, pull it out, boom, we're getting our fish going on. So how did we catch fish? The way we caught fish, very quick, we used something called mullein. So you would take mullein, you would dry it out, and you would sprinkle mullein on top of the water, the canals, the fresh water. Mullein does not do very good on salt water. Mullein does good on fresh water. So when you sprinkle mullein on top of the fresh water, what happens is within 5 minutes to 7 minutes, the fishes will start eating on the mullein. So this is where the government starts seeing our ancestors using certain herbs to make the fish come to the top surface. All right, and this is where your fishing license start coming from. Mullein used to get you a fine. When they seen that you was using mullein, they would try to put you in prison because they said that you was killing the fish. We're gonna do it this way. I'm doing it very gentle because my knife is very sharp and I really don't want to go through the wood all like that. So I'm holding it. I'm trying to hold it so y'all can see it. All right, so it's almost done. Now imagine if I put this on the stove for y'all. If you was really hungry and you was out there in the wild, take a little seasoning, some papaya leaves, some oregano, whatever, you know. I will get rid of the nasty stuff y'all don't like, but this is just for my tree. So I'm doing it very slow, and I'm just trying not to get cut my table. Okay, so I'm almost done. So fish. The reason why I'm using fish is because fish is going to put that nitrogen in there. Okay, more quicker than grass. Most people, they depend on chemicals from Home Depot. Okay. Always take the knife, wipe it off. All right. Protect your knife. And when everybody knows a man that respects his knife, he placed oil on it. Okay. Always put oil on your knife right here. You always take some oil, some avocado oil, some grapeseed oil, and you place it on a sharp end to keep a sharp knife. All right, here we go. So we're going to take this fish and we're going to put some more on the roots. Okay. So now, if you don't believe me, what I want y'all to do is go on Amazon and type in fish fertilizer. Fish fertilizer. You're going to type in fish fertilizer, and you're going to see that they have made a humongous multi-million-dollar market off of fish composting. All right, so it's called fish fertilizer. So what they've been doing is they've been putting them in their blenders, a machine, and they've been getting all the properties from it, and they put like liquid and purified water and all that stuff. So fish fertilizer. Okay, you're looking into fish fertilizer. All right, look at that beautiful thing. Yes, sir. There's no flies over here. That's how cold it is a little bit. All right. Keep your knife always next to you. Keep that sucker clean. All right, here we go. All right, so now that we got this on here, the root systems is going to be on top of the fish. So the root system is on top of the fish, okay? So now we're going to put the compost on it. So here we go. And it's that easy. Watch me do my thing, and we're going to be done. All right, so we're going to stand back. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's what I'm using. So soursop contains a lot of benefits, but how can you get the benefits from the soursop? If moringa contains 92 minerals, how can the moringa contain 92 minerals if it's lacking inside the soil? So sometimes you'll realize it's all in your head. So is these trees, how can they actually get the minerals? Give it a little help. You took it out of its natural area, so it goes into a shock. All right. So you want to make sure you got oxygen. Oxygen, like that. Okay. Put your hose up in there. Get your oxygen flow nice and slick, just like that. All right. That's what it needs to look like. All right. Know your soil. So now when it rains, the rain will go straight through the soil. This is nice and healthy. We have brand new soil that has benefits and property. We have fish up underneath it. Okay. So everything's looking good. The tree knows I'm doing it to it. The tree knows that I'm doing that. So the tree also respects underneath. I'm underneath the tree. The tree knows that I'm doing this. Okay. So the tree knows that I have a connection, that I'm going to take care of it. All right. So when a tree grows, as a baby grows, you're supposed to change your children's shoes. Their feet get big. You change their shoes. The root system get big. You change the soil. All right. You got to understand, it's going to get to a point that this is a young man right here. So it's saying, hey, daddy, whatever you want to call me, my feet are getting big. The root system's getting big. I need to expand the soil. Okay. So the roots is coming out here. They're way out here. I need to bring the soil out here because the roots is stretching out. The feet are getting big. All right. So that's what we're doing. So you want to expand your soil because the roots are expanding. And you'll see over time it's not going to need you no more, because these leaves right here that fall from the tree, they're going to turn into compost. But right now, it's just still a baby. It's still a baby. So right now we're done. What's going to happen is the earthworms are going to see all this, all right, and they're going to come in here. They're going to get up there and do their job. Nothing's going to dig that out because I got fresh soil on top of it. They're not going to smell that. All right, they're not going to smell that. So everything's good. So there's the old soil over there. I'm going to pick my camera up and show y'all. All right, here we go. Look at that soil. Look at this soil. So you see that this tree has sucked a lot of the value out of it. All the properties and stuff is gone. All right. This soil used to be rich like that. All right. So sometimes you want to put the native soil back on there, but I'm not doing it at the time because the tree is in dormancy. What I want you to pay attention to, see, it's right here. The little leaves are coming in. It's ready. It just needs a little strength. All right. So oxygen. You always want to come around every week and tilt your soil so it can go straight through. You don't want compacted soil where it's tight and the water rolls down the hill. See, when it rains, the water is going to come down and it's going to roll down the hill because there's no oxygen flow. You want it to look like hamburger meat. You want your soil to look like hamburger meat, okay? You don't want it to be tight like this, because when it rains, it's going to slope down. You have to have oxygen, okay? You have to have oxygen flow so it can go through. It has to look like hamburger meat, all right? It's going to look like that, nice and loose, so the water can go through. Let's get it up. Take a stand. All right. So, if that makes sense. So that's what it's going to look like from a distance. I just got to clean up. Now, the problem that I always get, I always do leave my knife. So let's make sure that the knife is really placed in the proper location, that I'll come back and get it. All right. That's a $150 knife. All right. That's something that I'm going to pass on to my kids. They're going to say, my daddy always did a lot with that knife. And it's going to, once they touch it, it's going to be like a sword, like a cartoon or something, when they hold daddy's knife one day. All right. There's a lot that I did with that knife. So they're going to get that. So when y'all come back, it's going to be nice and green. So imagine when you look over to the side, that's going to be nice and bushy and stuff. Now I'm going to show you something that Unraveler bought me. So Unraveler bought me this right here. It's called mulberry. Now check this out, Unraveler. There's a mulberry. There's mulberries. So mulberries love coldness. This is the season of mulberries. So now you're seeing I will have black berries on this tree. Mulberries give you oxygen. All right. What's up, Divine? Mulberries give you oxygen. So we're going to actually start picking mulberries here soon. All right. I'm hoping that I get 12 or 13 mulberries. I really only feel that I might get 5 this year. All right. So this is a baby. Look how big the stick is. Okay. So we will be putting that in the ground. All right. Once we put that in the ground, I see a root right here is being exposed. Okay. So we will be putting this in the ground. Mulberries like mulch. They like mulch stuff because mulberries come from the north. All right. So mulberries love mulchy stuff. Very mulchy. So I will be putting this in the ground. Once I put it in the ground, I believe I might be able to hit 25 mulberries. But at the time right now, I'm hoping that I can record maybe about 12 mulberries. So let's move on from here. All right. And we see that I think it's calamundin season also. I definitely think it's calamundin season because it was flowering. All right. You see that my soil It's the same way over here. So you know that I did this today. I stopped and said, you know what, I got to show the people what I'm doing. So, and for all the new people that are just watching, I know it ain't that many folks in here. For the people that are just watching, the hydroponic system, I'm about to do it tonight. So I got the hydroponic system hooked up over here. I'm going to show you that everything's still looking good on the second day. So the hydroponic system is still running real good. Okay. So it's still looking good. Everything's still wired up correctly. Still running good. All right. Turn it on. Try not to really get no dirt in there. All right. Everything's on. Cool. Come back around. I still got to plant my stuff. All right. So everything's still working real good. Everything's still running. Everything's still hooked up. Just to let y'all know that when I do hook stuff up, I like to still show y'all that everything's still running fine. I'm going to try to get that paintbrush out of there, clean this up to make it look good, best as I can. All right. So everything still look good on this one. Come around to this side. Everything's still running good on this. Everything's still running good on that. So stay tuned. Make sure everything still should be running. Turn that on. All right, turn it on. All right. So everything's still, so with the new hookups that I did, everything is still running perfect. All right, so the television still works. You can see it's still doing its thing. Still doing its thing. Everything's good. Everything's still running. The tools are still charging up. We're good to go. Good to go. Good to go.
Until next time, from the Healing Squad in the House of Healing, peace, love, life, and healing.